This video is made possible by my patrons on Patreon. Hello everyone, my name is Xiomaro and welcome back to Battlerite Royale. So, yesterday the majority of us had a chance to play Battlerite Royale for the first time. This wasn't the first closed beta test, but it was certainly the largest one so far. The first 45 minutes were a bit of a bummer with massive queues to log in and a few server crashes. I had a horrible feeling that the entire 2-hour test was going to be like that, but credit to SLS, they sorted the problem and extended the test by an hour. Now, before I tell you what I think of Battlerite Royale itself, it's worth mentioning that I'm not a big Battle Royale fan in general. I have been playing Battle Royale games since PlayerUnknown's Arma 3 mod, so maybe I'm just a bit burnt out with the whole concept. But regardless, my dislike for Battle Royale games will certainly have some bearing on my opinions, so take that however you like. Also take into consideration that this is still closed beta, so some stuff could change between now and early access 2 weeks from now, and even more could change before general release. Oh, and if you hadn't noticed from my voice, my cold is getting worse, so I'm gonna have to keep this relatively short. But with that said, here are my first thoughts on Battlerite Royale. So first off, I'll give you the good stuff. The gameplay feels well refined, lag wasn't an issue and my performance was alright, although I do have a decent computer so I'm not sure how it performed for people with lower spec PCs. The game still has that solid Battlerite gameplay which I love, so top marks there. I've mentioned before that the artwork in Battlerite Royale is beautiful and I stand by it. The game honestly looks better than the arena does, and the UI and map are also very clear, so it's pretty quick to pick up and understand, which is great. The game kind of plays how you'd expect. It's Battlerite's take on Battle Royale. So for people who like the concept of Battle Royale but don't get on well with shooters, this could be a real selling point. Another thing I really like about the game that really flies in the face of other Battle Royale games is the pacing. In a lot of Battle Royale games, playing safe and hiding is a viable strategy once you have enough loot. In Battlerite Royale, because of the shooting mechanics and the sheer amount of gear upgrades you can get, you don't really have to hide in a bush. I actually tried it and honestly, I would say it's not the best strategy, so that's actually a huge plus in my book. Now, here are the things I didn't like. First off, and this is where my dislike for Battle Royale games comes in, I find looting in an otherwise skill-oriented game just really unfun. I'm not saying there's no skill to Battle Royale games because there obviously is, but there's a strong random element that just isn't there in the arena. Let's put it this way, with most champions, a good portion of their damage comes from their mouse 1 ability. Skills in Battlerite Royale have different tiers that you can loot. You start out with a green M1 and one other skill, but you can upgrade all of your skills through blue, purple and orange, and these upgrades really matter. Now, imagine the first loot chest you open up has a purple or orange mouse 1 in it. Or worse, imagine someone who lands near you picks one of those up. The player with the high level mouse 1 is going to demolish the other. Of course, that's a feature of other Battle Royale games too, but in those games you can beat a rifle with a pistol if you try and force them into a range that favours you. And you could even beat them if you land a few good headshots. In Battlerite, there are no headshots, and it's relatively easy to hit your projectiles or melee swings. If you have a green M1 and your opponent has an orange M1, there is no range that favours you. The only way you're going to win is by hitting twice as many M1s as your opponent. It's the thing I hate most about Battle Royale games, only amplified. I did have fun in some of the little skirmishes, but it's Battlerite without the thing that makes it so appealing to me in the first place. Skill-dependent combat where everyone is on a level playing field. In the arena, if you win, it's down to skill and skill alone. In Battlerite Royale, your skill can carry you, but there are RNG elements that, at least to me, just suck the fun out of it. I was really excited to try out Battlerite Royale. It looks really fun, but playing it, it's just another Battle Royale game. Some elements of the experience have been improved, like the pacing, but other elements I think are even worse than other Battle Royale games, namely, loot is even more important than other games in the genre. And while it's really quite polished, it really does feel like a free-to-play game, not one that costs $20. But hey, you can rank up even when you lose, so there's that. I actually stopped playing the game before the beta servers even closed. I just kind of got bored. However, strangely enough, I do feel like I'd like to play it again now. So at least for me, it's the sort of game that I'd only play in short bursts. a few games here and there, and then play something that has a bit more meat to it. Honestly, I'm judging the game more harshly because of it being a separate game to Battlerite. And that's not because I'm salty or anything like that. I understand the decision that SLS made. But when you decide to make a game standalone, it's going to be judged as a standalone. As a game mode within Battlerite, this would have been off the scale insane. It would be a very polished game mode in an already very good game. As a standalone game though, it's a relatively shallow experience. A game that has strong novelty value, but long term, I have to ask, will that novelty wear off? I know from looking at Discord that my opinion may not be representative of the Battlerite community in general, so as always, feel free to chime in, disagree, and generally weigh in with your thoughts on the game so far. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please feel free to subscribe for more gaming guides, news, and discussion. And don't forget to check out the links below to Discord, Patreon, and Twitch. Until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.